Good morning to everyone. Today is the last video for this year before we celebrate Christmas here in Germany. And today I will answer a very complicated question: how our extrusion process works. So what is extrusion? And also the spiral winding, how it works, how it's calculated, and all these questions will be answered today in this video. So I will start now with some theoretically explanation of the engineering process. Okay, so I will make a small draft of an extruder, because the heart of our extrusion line is an extruder. We have a motor. This motor is connected to a screw. Outside of the screw we have a barrel. In the end, the material, the raw material, will go in. Then we have a die head. And we have dies. And for each stiffness you need to have a special die. I tried to explain this to some kids in the primary school and they had no idea. They said, please explain it more in detail, and especially in a way that I understand it. So I tried to make it first a little bit more theoretically, because the raw material will go in different granules. In the barrel we have a heating. So we talk about the thermoplastic material. By increasing the temperature, the thermoplast polyethylene or polypropylene will be a little bit more soft. By turning the screw inside the barrel, it will be homogeneous. And then we have different profiles. So you know, our profile look like this, more or less. And this will be wound around a steel mandrel. The speed of extrusion, we call it V1. The velocity, number one. The unit will be millimeter per hour or per minute. And basically the speed is given by the UPM of the motor. So we have V1. Then we have the distance of a profile. We call it D. Usually it's in millimeter. So we saw now how the extrusion basically works. So we have one beautiful collapsible steel mandrel. And we have the extruder. With the motor, the material supply, the die head, the dies. On the other side, this speed of extrusion is the V1. The turning speed of the mandrel we call V2. It's also in millimeter per minute. And then the complete mandrel can move in one direction, and this we call easily V3, also in millimeter per minute. Depending on this distance, this and this will be calculated. Here the raw material, the temperature in Celsius will be increased after this profile is rounded, the pipe is still hot, and then while turning, the cooling process starts, and the thermoplast of polyethylene will be plastic with a normal environment temperature. But you know exactly how you look now. The kids were looking to me and they say, "Hey Alexander, I don't understand it all. Can you do it a little bit more practical, especially now in the time before Christmas?" I said, yes. We do it a little bit more easy to explain to you how extrusion really works, especially in the time before Christmas. So wait a second, I will change the setup. Okay, so here we go. I made a little presentation. This is the barrel of an extrusion unit. We call it Christmas extrusion unit. This is the barrel. Usually the barrel is heating the raw material. This is the material inlet, and this is a screw. This screw will be inserted now in the barrel. And this is a part of the motor. The main motor, excuse me, this is the main motor. We will mark it with a M and will generate the speed we want. So, motor, please be so kind and assemble the real motor. Motor is working perfectly. I hope she will not cut anything. We have a die head with a die changer. Then we add the die head. Oops. Now the die head is installed, and now we have dies. This is a very special die, just like a round one, or our typical die to produce Krah pipes. So we will insert the die in the die head. The steel mandrel, I made it very easy, just like stainless steel. The motor is ready to work. I will be V2 and V3. V2 means turning, V3 is same time moving, and I hope it will work. So, simsalabim. So, in the short break I was able to produce some raw material. You will see in the show notes below how this raw material is produced, that it's also a little bit tasty. So, this raw material we put in the material inlet. Motor, can you put another one inside? And now, this is first time for you to explain how extrusion works. So this is the feeding section. You see the left hand of the motor in the feeding section. I think she's turning, I don't know if the motor is turning in the right direction, but we will see. So feeding, feeding, feeding. Okay. Okay, so now it will be very difficult. So I will start turning. Motor, always the same speed. Yeah, beautiful motor. Motor is doing a good job. And you can see how easily, so you see, like, it's much better to have like a real Krah machine, because then the speeds are much more controlled. Oh, okay, now it's going good. The new material supply is there. Usually this is done by a suction conveyor. And you see, see my left hand is doing, you see, this is, when it's not computer controlled, it's not so easy. Okay, motor, stop, because my arms are very weak and tired now. So the motor stopped, so extrusion process stopped, and the pipe is more or less produced on the steel mandrel. And now we have to go ahead to heat it up, because usually in our extrusion it's heated up here and it's already hot. And now we go in the cooling process. But if you make candies, it's cold, and we heat it up now in a little oven with 220 degrees. The details you will see in the show notes, and then we will see how it will taste. Stay tuned. We will put this device, the mandrel, the collapsing steel mandrel, with the extruded Krah pipe. Okay, you know, it's not so nice anymore, but I'm very sure we will get a very good shaped Plätzchen out of it for the Christmas time. Stay tuned. We changed the location to have a little oven. Here we go. A standard oven, 200 degrees, and we will see in the end. Okay, here we are. You see, this is the candy or the cookie. I don't know what is the correct word. I think it's cookie. Yeah. Unfortunately, we cannot collapse the mandrel, so I will do the collapsing in this beautiful way. So you can see a more or less beautiful inside surface of the pipe. And this could be a Krah pipe, but of course a little bit broken. And this is how we do cookies, Christmas cookies during Christmas time. And let me see if it tastes good. I know it don't look so good, but maybe not bad. Oh, a little bit dirty, but the taste is good. It's called Spritzgebäck in Germany, or in German it's called Spritzgebäck. The recipe you will find in the show notes, and I think to explain what is extrusion, what is spiral winding, what is a Krah pipe, is explained quite good. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to make any comment. So follow the channel or subscribe to the channel, give me a thumb up, because I just saw the thumb down is not shown anymore how many thumb downs I have, but I think it is 1 or 2. And I would be very happy if you leave any comment, because the YouTube algorithm, we like comments. For next year we have already a very good collection of new content, so that we can make a video, I think, every 2 weeks. And stay tuned, and I hope to see you soon. Best regards from Germany. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Germany. Bye bye.